Hey Algebra 1 kids, this is Dr. Callahan with week 8 Thursday. Go ahead and pause the video and answer the following 3 questions. Do keep in mind that this is week 8 Thursday, and your warm-up log for your 300 points are due on week 9 Friday. All right, let's go ahead and get to our lessons today. Last time I saw you guys, we talked about arithmetic and geometric sequencing. You guys had a foldable. On the left side was arithmetic. On the right side is geometric. So hopefully you guys had a good little review with that. Today we're going to talk about correlations, which is kind of a review because we actually went over this with our video notes twice before. And then we're also going to do a little bit with algebraic translation. So there are obviously a lot of words in math and algebra that is related to math in the words of algebra. And we're going to be translating some of the words such as sum. What does that mean? Difference, product, and quotient. So these are just some of the words that you guys have in algebra, and there are different terminology, and today we're going to learn what they stand for, and you're going to translate those into algebraic equations. Then we're going to do a self-guided note on correlation. You're going to draw pictures on using iPads on iPods. So yeah. So now what I want you guys to do is turn over to your notes today. Today it is week 8, Thursday. So take a look at your white packet and turn over to that, please. This is also the end of your white packet, and your white packet is going to be due on Friday, this Friday. So then this Friday, I will also give you guys week packets for week 9 Monday to week 13 Friday. So you'll have a brand new packet. So make sure you guys have your packets ready and ready to be turned in. So if you turn over to week 8 Thursday, this is the first thing that you should see. And if you take a look on top right here, you have graphing methods, substitution, and elimination. Those are 3 of the methods that's called systems of equation that we will be going over in the next chapter. And so what I want you guys to do right now is to go ahead and pause the video. Well, actually not yet because I need to give you instructions, sorry. You're gonna go ahead and use the internet, and you are going to go ahead and Google the word graphing method using Google search, that's fine. Draw me a picture of what comes up and what do you think the graphing method is? Then I want you guys to go ahead and give me a definition using 3 or more sentences. So make sure you fill that out on your guided note for week 8 Thursday. Then do the same thing with a second iPod. I know it's a little outdated. So go ahead and Google substitution method, draw me a picture, and then give me a definition with 3 sentences. And then after that, I want you to go ahead and Google the word elimination method. And once again, draw me a picture and then give me the definition. Okay, so pause the video and go ahead and do that, please. Okay, so next one I have you guys do is turn over to this page of your notes, and it is going to be on central tendency, which is mean, median, mode, and range. And so for each of these questions, and there are 4, We are going to find the mean, medium, mode, and range for each of the examples. And you do need to have a calculator, so make sure you have a cell phone with a calculator on it, or actually just a calculator. All right, so let's take a look at number 1. It says the age of people in an ice cream store. And there's a variety of ages right here. So the mean here is just going to be the average. And what you're going to do with a mean is you're going to take the sum of all the ages divided by the number of people. So we're going to go ahead and do 8 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 11 plus 12 plus 84 or 85. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 people. Now I want to make sure I have 7 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 divided by 7. So go ahead and grab your calculator and do that. I got 146 divided by 7. And the average age is about 20.9 years old. That is my mean. Mean, check. The median is going to be the number in the middle. So I have to go ahead and take a look at my ages again. I have 8, 10, 10, 10, 11, and 12, and 85. So what is the age in the middle? You have to make sure it's already in descending order, or I'm sorry, ascending order from smallest to biggest, or else the order is going to screw it up. Let's cancel the youngest, cancel the oldest, second youngest, second oldest, third youngest, third oldest, and the middle age is 10 years old. Wow, that's a pretty big difference between 20.9 years old. Median, done. The mode is going to be the number that occurs the most. And in this case, if you look at it, it's just going to be 10. And lastly, you're looking for the range. The range is going to be the biggest number minus the smallest number. So your biggest number here is 85. Smallest number here is 8. So the difference between those two is going to give you a 77 years old. So now that you have these answers here, make sure you take these answers and put them in that little chart right here that's organized. And then I want you guys to answer best measure of central tendency, okay? Well, some of these ages are vastly different, like 20, 10, 10, and 77. So in your opinion, which one is going to be the best measure? So pick one of the 4 that we just used and explain why. Justify your answer. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next part. Here you have the weight of a textbook, and these I'm assuming are pounds. So if you have 6 classes, you're approximately carrying like 60 plus pounds of textbooks, although I think textbooks are kind of a thing of the past because everybody's doing everything online. So once again, I want you to find the mean, which is the average. So you're going to add everything together, divide it by the number of books. Go ahead and do that. Next, you're going to find the median, which is the number in the middle. And you have to rearrange this so it's from the smallest number to the biggest. So that's an ascending order. So like the way I think about it, it's like your numbers ascending, like going up on a mountain. So you're on the bottom of the mountain climbing up. So you have to use the smallest number. So that'll be 9, 10, and 10, 12, 15, and 16. And then start canceling and find the number in the middle. Your mode is going to be the most. So which number occurs the most? It looks like it's 10 pounds. And lastly, tell me what the range is, which is going to be the heaviest book minus the lightest book. Once you find those answers, make sure you put it here. And then explain to me which one is the best measure of the weight of each book. And then explain why. All right, you guys, let's all move on to the next part. So as you can see here, number 3 is blank. And the reason why it's blank is because you are going to create a scenario and come up with 8 to 10 numbers. Like we already used weight of books. We also used age of somebody in the ice cream shop. You create a scenario, 8 to 10 numbers or more, depending on what your comfort level is. And then go ahead and find the mean, mode, median, range, and then explain the best measure of central tendency. So go ahead and pause the video and create your scenario. All right, number 4. This is the challenger, you guys. The challenger says Samantha test grades are 98, 86, 76, and 95. What does she need to get on her 5th test? Because these are only 4 tests for her average to be 91. Average is the same thing as mean, which means we're going to find the sum of her tests divided by the number of her tests, which is just the number 5, because she's going to take 5 tests. So let's do that. 99 plus 86 plus 76 plus 95 plus x. And the x here is going to be her 5th test, which we don't know what it is because she wants to know what percentage do I need to get on that in order to get the average of 91. But don't forget to divide it by 5. So first thing I want you guys to do is go ahead and add these numbers I highlighted up together on a calculator. And you actually have 356 plus x is equal to 91 with a 5 on the left side. Next, you gotta get rid of the 5 first. So what is opposite of a divide? Yep, you guessed it, it's a time. So I'm gonna multiply 5 on both sides, which gives me 811. And then how do you get rid of the positive 356? Yep, you are going to subtract 356. And you know what? I think I made a little typo here because that number does not look right. 356, 91 times 5. Yeah, because this is not 856. 91 times 5 is 475. Subtract the 356. She would have to get an average of 110% on her 5th test in order to get a 91% average. Is that possible? Explain why it would be or why it wouldn't be. All right, you guys, so you should be done with that page right there. And now I want you guys to go ahead and take a look at this page with the little boxes, and there are 10 boxes here. we're going to do some algebraic language translations into equations. So take a look at these 10 questions. Each of them has words of math in it, and there's a scenario, and you're going to go ahead and write down the equation of each of these 10 questions. Like, for example, Anne has 5 newest music CDs, which is 3 less than twice the amount that Bob has. What would that translate to? Here are the answers. So what I want you to do is read each of the scenario and then pick the letter that has the equation and write it down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you need to take a look at the answers to check to see if it's correct, here they are. My answers are highlighted in red. And if you completed that, it's worth 1 point apiece, so 10 points for you. All right, now what I want you guys to do is take a look at tables and interpret them. See if you're able to answer questions when looking at tables and charts. And that is your last part of your assignment. All right, you guys, I hope that was helpful. We will go over this again next time, and I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and I will see you guys next time. As always, stay safe and healthy.